Hi, how are you doing? Dennis here from Step Forward, and we are live at David's Tent 2021. An amazing experience we got here earlier on this morning, and man, it's just fantastic. And I'm not even going to waste any time. We're here with a phenomenal worshiper. Her name is Lou Pender. And Lou, here you are. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You like that introduction?
That was
all right?
heavy. Like, I felt it. I was excited to meet myself.
There you go. But what a fantastic day. What a fantastic day.
Yes, it's brilliant.
Do you like the sun? I mean,
This is better than rain. We've
I'm
had
so accustomed. I feel like I need a bit of rain to make it British today.
Well, exactly. That is so true. But we're happy to hold off on that.
There you go. No problem. So it was just great to catch up with you earlier on, and you were just telling me you performed earlier on today at in the big tent behind us.
Yes, I was in the big tent. It was actually in the night. I was leading worship at midnight from midnight to 1:30 a.m. Yeah.
Just to let you know, if you didn't know, this is 72 hours of non-stop worship. So it started on Friday, and it is going straight through to Monday. And Louis, midnight to 1:30.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a beautiful time. I've been here a number of years, so quite accustomed to doing the night stage, and it's a beautiful time. Like you learn to love it so much, despite the tiredness.
Yes.
You find like that's when the really hungry people kind of come out to play.
Right.
So
Right, I like that. I like that.
You get
that special moment.
Yes.
Yes.
And you get a real concentrated hunger.
Yes.
And it's just a very powerful thing to be a part of. So it's a real privilege to do the late night slots. Yeah.
That is good. So just tell us a little bit, for those who might not have heard of you before, just a little bit of a background in terms of who are you, where have you been, what are you doing, just so we can get to know you a little bit better.
Well, my name's Lou Pender, like you said. I actually live in Sydney, Australia. I'm from the UK, but my husband and I, we live in Sydney. We've been there nearly. We flew in by the grace of God. There was a miraculous.
No quarantine. How did that go?
Well, yeah, it's been a very interesting path, but sometimes when God wants you somewhere, He just makes a way. So here we are. But we live out there, and I lead worship out there pretty regularly with our local church. And
put a shout out the local church.
Jubilee Church, Sydney.
Yeah.
Love you guys. But and I miss them. I wish they were here with me. That would be great.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah.
Next year, make sure you book the tickets early.
And the quarantine. But But no, the family that we have here as well is fantastic. David's Tent has been a part of my life and my family's life for many years now, at least over 5 years, and we just cherish it every time it happens. It's just a beautiful experience of community and corporate worship, but also just a real intimacy with the Lord as we just keep pressing in and just come back again and again for more. So it's a real honor to be here every time.
That's good.
Love it.
And you say you do worship in your church and stuff. What about the songs? Are you writing? I think you mentioned earlier on.
A little bit.
What's going on with that?
Well, I'm very blessed to have, my church actually has a studio as well.
Right.
So we are in the process of producing an EP, but there's no end date yet. So it might be a little while, but I think this place has actually encouraged that in me. I think you start to see so many voices, especially the voices of the British worship leaders as well, and they're writing these songs that are, they're their journey, and it makes you realize, like, even if you don't feel confident, that there's a song that you have that's worth getting out.
Yes.
And I think that's one thing that David's Tent is constantly reiterating, is to release your sound, release your song. And so I've watched over the years how there's been a culture of encouragement to release that sound of the British worshippers. And you should, if you haven't already, you should really listen to the David's Tent CD that's out as well. It's a fantastic, it just encapsulates like the real power that comes when people are given a voice.
Yes.
So
That's amazing. That's amazing. And Australia, Britain,
it's weird, eh? Well, my husband.
How did that happen?
My husband is Australian.
Right.
We actually met here. Like we were put together on team at David's Tent.
I think I'm going to join a team, you know.
Well, it's not the worst place to find someone, you know, worth living rest of your life
that's
with.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and we hit it off, and here we are 4 years later. So he's Australian, so we went back to Sydney when I got married, but we come back for this every time.
So he's here with you this?
He's here, he's around,
Definitely
and our little baby as well.
Yeah? Get some tips from him as well, yeah?
Yeah, he'll give you the lowdown.
And you have, I saw, is it a little girl or
a little boy?
A little boy.
8 months
brilliant.
old, little Joseph.
What's his name?
Joseph.
Joseph.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So this is really a coming home for you every year in so many ways.
Yes.
But I love what you said about, you know, the sound that is being unearthed every single year.
That's it.
If you were to just speak to worship leaders out there, what would you say to them now with this as a backdrop?
It's quite a lot to hear all this as we're talking, because even now I can feel my heart stirring. And I think I love how at David's Tent you can't help but be swept up in giving everything over and over and over again. And I think people come here and they come back here as well because there is just this opportunity to reset every time. And I remember saying to someone years ago that David's Tent actually feels like my new year. Like this is my new year celebration, you know, because it's like we're just going to go again. And it's a beautiful like push to just keep going, you know, and give everything over and over again. And I mean, it's a 72-hour long event, so you know, if you haven't quite caught that at the beginning, I'm sure you will later on, because it just keeps going. You can't really escape that.
I love your heart and your passion, because it's like, even though you're talking to me now, it's like you're there. You're still soaking that up. And that's really remarkable experience, just to be literally dipped in his presence over and over, just that he can wash over you. Wow,
so good.
It's been so fantastic talking to you.
Thank you.
Are you performing again?
I will be singing on Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
Sunday morning. So there's still time. There's still time. If you haven't yet gotten your tickets, David's Tent is the place to be this weekend. And it's a community, it's a gathering, but more than anything, it's a focus on him. And that's what it's all about. Thank you so much, Lou. Really amazing. Any last words for anybody?
Just get here. It's worth it.
What
He's
about
worth
next year? You're here next year, aren't you?
Hey, I hope so. I mean, we'll see where everything is.
Lou is back next year. So if you missed her this year, don't worry about it. Next year, book the tickets early. Thank you so much,
see you there.
Lou. An absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dennis, over and out.